Back everybody to another episode of the UR pod usage rate. I'm Husey, coach of the Cashews.
I'm Dairy, coach of the Zinger Boxers. Now, if you YouTube viewers, if you see me looking at my phone, Cricket World Cup's on, so apologies.
Yeah, the Aussies.
And I'm Baz, coach of the Clint Stein Daddies, and also back-to-back best captain picks of the week. Sorry to sneak that one in.
You knew that was going, didn't you? Baz, we had the same captain pick this week, so it wasn't that great.
It's our time you did say.
But before we start, Husey, Derry and I, we've got a new sponsor on board, and the sponsor is called Baz and Dairy Fantasy Care Package Delivery Service. So you've had a rough mate. So we've bought you a care package. Just some
thanks, guys.
We know you've had a rough week. Will McDowell-White, Pinder, Jordan Crawford. So we thought this was the least we could do. So this is the care package. All right, mate.
Thanks, guys.
I didn't know how he was going to take that. Barry messaged me about it during the week. And
during the week?
During the week.
During the week.
And he's
Thursday night, wasn't it?
Thursday night it was. That's what it was.
As soon as Will McDowell was doing the beep test next to us at the Silverdome.
Yeah, well, yeah. She had a tough week. Every week I think it's going to get better, and it doesn't get any better.
This week, though, you actually scored what would usually be a good score, but it's going to be a high-scoring round this week.
Yeah, it's a very high-scoring round. We'll get to the scores. So my projected for the week was 449. I came away with a 355. So, yeah, had a real tough week.
You, Baz?
Yeah, well, my guys got it absolutely bang on. Looking at it now, it says projected 432, and I scored 432. So they nailed it. They got it correct. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I can't remember what they had earlier, but yeah, 432 for me.
Guys, you're going to move out of me in the rankings. Fine.
I know.
I've only been punched in the dick 17 times, and you got me.
And that's why we got you the care package.
Yeah, thank you.
And my projected was 389, and I ended up walking away with 454. So
we swapped.
Hey?
We swapped.
Yeah, big score for me though. Looking around, don't know if there was a couple higher that I've seen, but not by much. I reckon I should improve this week.
So we're filming this pre-lockout, so we don't really know in terms of rankings where we're sitting, but we're thinking Dairy will move up, definitely top 100. Baz, you'll definitely move down.
Well, I scored 99 more points in it, so it's going to be tough for you to catch up to me now if you're ever trying.
I was pretty good in round one.
Yeah, definitely. You were ranked 117th out of round one, and I was ranked about 900. I thought, yep, I was going as good as I expected, not very well.
Yeah, well. Now the table's turned. Righto, let's have a little bit of a game by game. So we'll kick it off with the Jackies at the Dome. The rims were actually somewhat friendly for this game, especially Anthony Lamb in the first half, Baz.
Yeah, probably a little bit too friendly, the rims this time. Usually you don't see a bloke hit a jump shot, but yeah, Anthony Lamb, he found it for 20 points in the first half, absolutely dominated.
I will say, playing basketball on Thursday, and I looked at halftime and I seen Lamb had that many points, and I thought, oh my goodness gracious, he's going to be in for a big day.
Yeah.
Well, John, know what happened on Thursday night. Husey and I are sitting together in our normal seat up at the Dome, get our Supercoach teams out, and Husey goes to me, you got the captaincy on JLA still. He only plays one game this week. So I thought, well, better chuck it on Lamb then. And boy.
Now, you are too busy helping other people out.
Yeah, but that's not even helping someone. That's just helping. I probably shouldn't say this, but Baz, we need to make you a tag at the start of every week that says, I'm disabled. You can't go into the game not having checked that, mate.
I'm a busy man.
Too kind. I would have seen it and said, go for your life, son. JLA.
It's nearly as bad as his Travers on court the other week.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have Travers on court this week, but that's a bit of another story. We've also got a bit of a comparison. You asked as well. Hoodie Lamelo or Silverdome Arthur.
Silverdome Arthur is a beast.
He has played a lot of basketball there in the last couple of
he's
years.
unreal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 steals. He didn't nearly punch someone in the crowd this time though. But Mango looked pretty good in the warm-ups, but didn't do a lot. It was a tough matchup for him. He came pretty good in the second game.
Milton Doyle was fantastic
Yes.
on Thursday night. Filled it out for a 38.
He looked proppy early, but got the job done.
He must have been carrying something this week because by the second game he was about fucked.
Well, I did say on last week's episode that I expected Cairns to really go after him. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and it still didn't work because we've our man McVeigh over in the corner there.
Yeah, I kind of wish he missed that, so I got a few more points out of Hilton Crawford. That wasn't looking good after the first game, but Marcus Lee.
Yeah, Marcus Lee, he was a bit of a disappointment, but he still pumped out 20 in this game. It was probably the second game he was a bit more average. But this one, the centre that took us all by storm was Will Magnay with the pumped out the 50 in what saw him.
That's the reality against Cairns, really. I
He's still pretty good, though.
I expect him to be about there
Yeah,
for the year. That was impressive. That was one of the most impressive performances of the year. Didn't miss a free throw, 4 blocks, mind you, 16 minutes.
Yeah.
He was blocking it every 4 minutes.
Do you look at him for a cash grab?
Oh, I never looked. You see, the thing was, I thought about it during the week. It just didn't even cross my mind, and I still don't think it will.
I think it's not a bad cash grab, but he does play. The issue with Tassie is that it's not one of those ones where it can be an easy cash grab like one game. So like he plays 2 games, 1 game, or whatever the schedule is. They've got a pretty friendly schedule that if he does struggle in 1 game, gets like a 5 or a 6, and then goes back to where we think it's going to be 16 to 20 range, you're not going to see that massive increase. Yeah. But that's my thoughts.
He's got 1-1-2-2.
Yeah, he hasn't got Tassie. Well, Tassie haven't got a friendly schedule at all.
But that round 10, there's only Sydney and Cairns that have got doubles, so he's still playing a lot of games in that time.
Are we moving on to the next game? Cairns.
Yep. Taipans and Cairns. They're a real good matchup. Wildcats.
We have a little hustle hero, I think, in Taron Armstrong. Loves scoring points at his price.
Oh yeah,
he got 40 on the weekend.
Yep,
that is pretty done.
He's good. Can you court him? Can you put him on the court?
Well, with my guards, it wasn't a thought. I had Doyle and PJC, but I think there comes a point if you want to upgrade one of the other lines for the week, you can think about it with his schedule. I think, I really do.
Wardenberg has been absolutely terrible since that first week I had him in, and then you guys brought him in after that, didn't you?
Yep, he has not been impressive at all, but he will stay in the side just for the pure fact that he plays so many games.
Yeah. Yep, fair.
Australia got a wicket.
Australia got a wicket. Woo! You still held Paddy Miller, Baz?
Yeah, I held on to biceps and paid dividends for me this week. I'm real happy with him.
All right, he's good.
He's very good watch. He loves getting to the line, doesn't he?
I think that he was one that when you kind of watch the Cairns games, the ones that were pretty clear weren't going to lose minutes was him and TJ McCall.
Yeah.
Like, those two in both things were both absolutely on the court for a fair bulk of time. The others minutes pretty much fluctuated, but he was one of those two were the mainstays.
It was a pretty tough week for Cairns. They didn't really play 2 bad matches, but they got beat twice. They didn't play bad at all against Perth, I didn't think. And definitely against Tassie, that's one that got away from them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They were up late.
Yeah, they were.
And then Tassie just did what Tassie do.
That's correct, yep. In a hostile environment too.
Yes. Yep. The snake pit. Doolittle Barry.
Yeah. He's
one that got away.
I don't know what to refer to him as. I'm so proud that he's doing well, and that mentioned that a few weeks ago. I think if you're looking at getting on him now, it's too late. You missed the boat. But Dr. Doolittle
is do enough to keep me happy.
He didn't get a double-double in either games, but geez, he was close and scored a lot of points.
He scored 62 for the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was lovely
had-
seeing him on. Because guess what? I had Wardenberg in there at about 7 o'clock Thursday night in the starting position. And I changed it, but I also changed Liam Williams around, which cost me out 15 points.
Yeah. We had 21 and 9 in the second game and 10 and 8 in the first game. So it's only 3 boards away from an extra 13 points.
He reminds me of the Jackie's 2 previous imports when he reminds me a bit of Rashad Kelly a little bit and bit of McIntosh vibes. He kind of that same sort of mold of player.
He's a lot steadier with the ball, isn't he? He doesn't turn it over near as much as those two.
And he doesn't overdo it with his shot selection.
Yeah.
He will take those little dump passes or just like the occasional open 3, but he's a fucking good rebounder.
Yeah. I can't believe he got dropped for behaviour reasons from his other team.
Yeah. He doesn't come across as charismatic at all on the court.
No Jordan Nash.
Yeah, he's not a big personality at all on the court.
Geez, Jordan Nash has been probably the only other person I can think of that's said I had as big a call as him is that Ray John Tucker.
Yeah.
Came in and said he's going to be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
But he's come in and said he's been the best defensive player, and now he's a 6-man. Usher.
Yeah. Yeah.
At first, you don't succeed, you go and find another job. He's gone to go try win 6-man of the year.
Don't mind that. Benshaw saw 57 seconds. So he's going to drop in price.
Was that garbage?
Yes. Oh, pre-garbage. They thought it was garbage, but it wasn't. Because they put Aquera on for a bit and Zunic in for a bit as well. Bryce Cotton he's been absolutely pumping recently, hasn't he?
Well, I think we've all missed him, haven't we?
Yeah. Their schedule's not great coming up. They got single, double, single. So you're probably wanting to get rid of any Perth guys that you got. Now, Pinder, I feel like he's probably been carrying the injury for the last couple of weeks. So he had a big 50 piece against Adelaide about a month ago, and he did not score much at all.
And it's 2 games too, wasn't it?
He played 2 games and he got to 29. So last week he wasn't great either.
That would have riled some people, I reckon.
Yeah, well, quite a few people captained him.
Yeah.
So, all right, not sure why he wasn't in my top 5, but anyway, different people like different captains. I guess on to the next one. Adelaide and South East. You guys watch this one?
Yes.
Yeah, watch the silly bitch absolutely take over.
He is
the
the one on the buzzer. He is the most he's nearly more watchable than Chris Goulding. He has a little bit more arrogance about him. He has a little bit more just everything. Look, I don't like him because he was an absolute dickhead against Tasmania in that final series. Yeah. Him and his fucking young coach. But he is good to watch.
Yeah,
he just the way that changed Adelaide is ridiculous. They look like I know we mentioned it a few weeks ago. They look like a team with no identity. He's just come in and said, "Jump on my back, boys, and I'll take you to the promised land." He's probably a reasonable trading, so he's going to get his shots up. But the thing that kills him is those turnovers. He had 5 on this game against South East, which is huge. If he cuts them down, he's a bit on the cheaper side as well, so he could be a good trading.
He's got double, single.
Double, what did you say?
Double, single.
Yeah, no, Adelaide haven't got a good schedule.
No.
But Trenton Flowers was good again.
Yeah, he just pops up every now and again, doesn't he?
I think he's probably shown a bit more than a couple of the other next stars. Like, what do you call him? The one from New Zealand, Bass? Rub your tummy or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's rub your tummy, isn't it?
That's
like Starkers.
Yeah. And are we going to see? Well, we'll get to. Wait, has AJ Johnson even played this week? Have Illawarra played at all?
Illawarra. No, they beat New Zealand.
Did they?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
5 minutes of played. What about Justin Wiley bounced back as well? Jacob Wiley bounced back.
Justin Wiley. Why do you keep calling him Justin? He said it about 4 or 5 times.
It's because I know a bloke named Justin Wiley. That's why I just keep. But
That's probably fair. I'll let you off.
that's
that.
right. I might as well just call him Wiley Tiles then. So he bounced back. He'd had a few stinkers in a row. He bounced back with a big double.
Yeah, 14 awards.
Yeah, no cookies though. Didn't get any steals or blocks,
Cookies.
but still pumped down a nice 32.
Yeah. Southeast, Big Sauce was elite. A lot of people traded him out, but he.
Yeah, a lot
I'm
of
not
people.
sure where he ranked in the centres this week. It would have been pretty high, wouldn't it?
He had one game too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did the trade. I said this in our little group chat. I said the trade from Williams to Pinder would not work.
Yeah.
It's just,
Well,
it wasn't the option.
I wanted to trade Pinder to Sauce week coming, but I'm not going to be able to.
He's second, 69.
So there's only one centre that scored more than him, and it was Magna, and no one would have picked that.
Not a fucking hope.
No.
If someone did, they deserve to be ranked high. If they thought to themselves, Will Magnay is going to be back this week, because his second game he only got 19.
Yeah.
Still okay, but not like.
And his game the week before, he scored 5.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So he's still going to go up. He's going to go up 30 odd grand, but yeah. So Sauce is in 12% of teams at the moment. So I reckon there'd be some people wishing they didn't trade him.
Hold on, Twin.
Yeah, with him smart. Mitch Creek was pretty good. Gary Brown was pretty good. Will Cummings was pretty good, but Southeast schedule is not pretty good. So you're probably not wanting to keep any of those guys.
I'll be keeping Sauce. Even if he has to play, if he plays on the bench, like he's
the exception to that rule.
Yeah.
Cairns was spoken about. Tassie was spoken about. Milton Doyle was putrid in the second game, and he actually made my Crawford versus Doyle argument make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely. You know who had a shocker for the first time this week? Nathan Sobey.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks a completely different player without Shannon Scott out there for mine.
Because Mitch Norton, he scrubbed out of 15, but fuck me, he was shit. 1 for 9, some terrible passes, terrible passes.
He passed a couple of the security guards.
But your man, fantasy goat Bannon.
Oh, the big banana.
He's just solid.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He was looking for his shot, something chronic too. That boy's got the green light. Yeah, love the big banana. Tyrell Harrison.
Yep.
If you still got him, get rid of him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They look like they're trying to play Rocco and Baines a few more minutes now as well. So you well and truly have to be off the Tyrell Harrison train now.
Yeah. Do you reckon his calf's still no good?
Yeah, you can't get over a calf that quick, can you?
No.
Calf's a pretty tough injury.
Yeah, he looked good in the minutes he was out there.
Do you know how many teams I see with Isaac White still? And it generally pisses me off.
Is it a lot?
He's been in my matchups in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Isaac White.
Publicly?
Public and this week in our
There's a
league.
lot of people in public leagues that don't look at their teams.
Oh, I hope so. Just generally, seeing him in teams just is frustrating.
Yeah. Chris Smith, Baz, is he an option?
No idea, mate. No idea.
Do you know what he did yesterday?
I know that he pumped down a score of 38, and I didn't watch the game, so I've really got nothing apart from reading the box score, and I know that he's a bit of a cheapie, and he's dropped down a fair bit in price. Has he bottomed out?
Break even 21, so he's going to go up.
Yeah, and then he's going to have a nice break even after that. So, what's the Brisbane schedule looking like?
They've got a double this week, then a single, then a double. And as said, that single, I'm not counting that as a single.
Yeah, okay, so pretty favourable.
We have doubles.
Yep.
And Sydney's schedule up to this point hasn't been great the last few weeks. So if you are somehow able to grab on just either Adams or Ho, you're doing pretty well, I reckon.
Did we see a battle of the grand final today, do you reckon?
Yes.
Melbourne and Sydney?
I thought you meant New Zealand Illawarra.
You didn't, did you?
No. Yeah, probably. Did you guys watch that one?
Missed it.
Under the Warrior.
What?
Yeah, I watched the second half of it. It was pretty much. We're talking about New Zealand Illawarra now, aren't we?
No.
So
Melbourne
you've
City.
lost me. So we just skip a game. Yeah, I watched both. Which game do you want me to talk about?
Melbourne City.
This is hard work. Sorry for the viewers out there. Chris Goulding, he was unreal.
He was so low.
Yeah.
He won.
Why anything, Hughes?
I know. And I traded him out this week.
For McDowell White.
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding? There's no way that happened.
No, I traded McDowell White in last week.
Who'd you trade out for Goulding?
Trade in Crawford.
Man,
So
you can't get anything right, you poor bastard.
Crawford, trade in, captain, got outscored by Golding.
In one game.
Yeah. What the fucking chances? It's right. I got me top of it, my dairy milk, and I got me
Holy
barley
shit.
mix.
I've only just checked the fantasy scores for this one. Luke Travers fucked me drunk.
He was awful.
Yeah.
Far out.
Any-
I was 17 in this game. And then
This
I
is
went
a
and did
massive
something.
scoring game, though.
I went and did something. I come back and they lost by 12.
Denzel Valentine can get fucked too.
I might bring him in.
I hate watching him play.
No, don't
I
trade.
can't do that again. I can't do the death train again. I'm intrigued by Jonah Bolden though.
Yeah.
Started today.
Yeah. No, Hunter. That was a sneaky little one until about 10 minutes before the tip.
Do you reckon he makes a difference? Because
Yeah, definitely.
Lyle Latrell and they got out rebounded by the looks of it massively.
Mm.
They did, yes.
So, what do you think of Baz? Are you going to grab Bolden there?
I'm really tempted. I just don't like. He's one of those guys that I keep looking at. You're playing 19 minutes and you've nearly got a double-double. You've scored 28 in 19 minutes, which is I reckon 30. Anything 30 or above is a pretty good score. They've got a favourable schedule. He's a little bit cheaper. I obviously went with like the Lees of the world as my backup centre option, but Bolden, not that expensive. He's $239. So he'll go up in price a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. He just keeps, if he can play more minutes, can he get some 15 and 12 sort of games? Or are they just going to nurse him through until the business end of the year? And then we're going to see him really play high minutes.
It's an interesting one because today with no Hunter as well, I don't know how much that impacts it or what, but he's one of those blokes you just can't trust.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's had a few of these games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's
Then he
dropped back.
backs it up with a 2. He always backs it up like a 2 or a 5, a real bad score. So that's why I just keep hanging around. But it was interesting that late in the game, in the last 5 minutes, it was Noy that was guarding JLA.
Yeah, right. I didn't see much of this game, so can't comment too much. But DJ Hogue,
He's good.
do you think he's taken away? So you watched it, Baz. Was
Yeah.
Jalen Adams bad, or is the ball not in his hands as much?
No, he still had his shots, and he tried to get going late to get his team going. He made 2 or 3 really contested layups that probably the last few weeks would have been and ones.
So double score in the last few minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. And then DJ Hogue, he kind of, I don't know, when he caught it on the perimeter there, he was just firing them up and hit a few threes in a row. And I don't know, he looked a bit more as a vocal point of the offense, but I think it was just a bad game from Jalen Adams. I wouldn't read into it that now it's now they've got all their players back apart from Hunter and Galloway that Adams going to go down.
Yeah,
but I still reckon it's Adams' team.
There was a lot of steals from the Melbourne defenders as well. They had 8 steals in the game. So their probably objective was to go at Adams. I didn't watch much of the game either, unfortunately. But yeah, they looked like they were ready for this one, Melbourne.
Well, Sydney are a red team for forwards and centres. So for Travis to put that up, that lineup is remarkable, really.
Well,
he was awesome. He like the blocks he got as well. He just made it look really easy. But the crazy thing was that 2 weeks ago he pumped down a -2. Yeah, we all remember that because he was on everyone's field, obviously. But pumping out the -2, then he's break even. I thought, yeah, he's going to have 1 week. He's going to go down in pricing and he's going to be gettable. But he hit his break even and did it quite comfortably. So that -2 didn't really have a big impact on his price.
So he's going to go up a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to go up a little bit.
Rightio. That's all the games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about Illawarra?
No.
AJ Johnson scored 5.
Yeah, he's the key to us winning. We're going to win some games because we've got AJ Johnson. We're going to give him more run. We're playing 5 minutes.
They still won.
They did win, so maybe he's onto something.
I did actually watch a little bit of this game. Sam Froling was a real focal point for them, and that was reflected in his score. He got to 35.
How's their schedule? I feel as if they have to play some games soon, don't they?
Yeah, they will do at some point.
Yeah.
But they got double. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong team. They got single, double, single, and then they take off in the last 6 weeks. They play 5 doubles.
So not looking for Illawarra yet then.
No, hold off on your Hawkins.
Yeah.
Unless you like Baz and you only wanted to do 1 trade. You could probably set someone up.
Did you only do 1 trade this week?
Yeah, I didn't really know who else to trade out. Hindsight, should trade out Clintman.
How are you behind this man? How are you behind him?
Just good coaching. I think that I mentioned it last week to you guys that you asked me about JLA and how happy I was about the captain choice there, and I told you it's not about individuals, it's about the team. I was trying to get a bit of cohesion amongst my group here, so I didn't want to make a lot of changes again. So we'll keep things pretty steady. So that's why they scored well this week. They just knew that they got the backing of their coach. So,
mate, I'm about to put you on mute. Right, let's get to the Hustle Heroes.
Hustle Heroes.
I reckon I'll probably guess who both of you got.
Do they both start with lamb roast?
Well, mine is Anthony. Yes.
Oh, yeah, funny.
Yeah.
But it was very close actually because my hustle hero is someone that I don't expect usually to do what they did, and that for me was actually Doolittle. He pumped out 62 on the field. Like I wasn't expecting that. Obviously, Lamb, you expect 80 from him. Not so much 80, maybe 70 at least.
70, yep.
Yeah, but them two were my guys this week.
Yeah, mine would be if it wasn't Lamb, mine would have been Miller. Him pumping out the 68 gave me a bit of faith for holding him for those 2 weeks that he was injured, and gives me faith that I can just lock down that spot for the next few weeks and don't have to worry about trading him.
I'm disappointed your hero for the last 3 weeks, Baz, hasn't been me.
He's his hero. Nah, it's hustling heroes, mate.
Well, this will sound really, really weird, but mine is actually Jordan Crawford. For one particular moment, and that's missing the shot at the end of regulation, because GZ dominated overtime and he got me some extra points. And then Jack McVeigh ruined the script, didn't he? We were supposed to go double OT and Crawford was going to get me another 20 points. But that's how well my team went this week. He was pretty ordinary and he was my hero.
I like it, Hughes. I really like it. And sometimes, mate, things happen like that for you. Like a lot of things gone wrong, but you got an overtime and you got a 14. Yes. That was the basketball god saying, "Your time's coming, mate. Your time is coming. Don't stress about it."
This is part of the care package you're putting together, Derry. This is part of the care package. This is part of the care.
It's not part of the care package.
They're exclusives.
Oh,
We'll
that's
give
what
you a bit of
tonight. It's down in tea as well.
Yes,
So
yes, and it was. You should have seen the Christmas ham on me palmy. Jeez, it was thick.
he's getting ready, and it's good. All good preparation for his half marathon that he's doing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Are you doing that as well, Baz?
Yeah, you could have delivered me a palmy, mate. Oh,
He's both
I'd
doing.
fish.
Yeah.
Oh, he's both running it.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware about
Yeah,
that.
you'll beat me in that too.
Now I feel fucking left out. But I'm not. Look at me. I'm not running a half marathon.
Golly. Right, let's get on to the brick boys. Who you got there?
Look, now this is probably a bit harsh to say, because I didn't really expect a hell of a lot from him, but just because Source got his 45 on the bench, Marcus Lee with his 27 probably hurt my chances of actually winning the round.
Is that all he got?
27, yeah.
For the round?
For the round, yeah.
Oh, golly. I
So,
didn't know that.
so he probably. I'm interested to see what the high score was, but if I'm 15 off it, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. Very
Better than being pissed on.
and he is, but not much better. $1,000 is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, true.
Baz would only get 500 because his subscription run out.
Oh, what a cat. As soon as we finish the show, I'll back on.
And you still couldn't figure your captain out.
Hey, is it my turn yet?
Yes.
Well, I was a bit annoyed because I obviously only had one trade, and we've already mentioned that, end of that story. But Flintman played one game, got a score of 8, and then didn't play the next game, and he's been locked down. Obviously, you can't do anything, but that is how it works. But Clintman kind of annoyed me a little bit because I think what we did was we've ended up getting on the bloke after he's probably really had that one really good week, and I don't think he's really replicated anything close since. And I think they're loaded up position-wise, so I don't think he's going to be a high scorer anymore. So Clintman's my brick boy, and he's also on the way out this week.
Oof. You've just gone fucking
Kicking him in the ass on his way out.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
Where's the cohesion in the group? What's Clipman done to you?
No, I wanted more, and he got 8 points for me. Rich ended up 50%. He only got 4.
Yeah, that is pretty average, isn't it?
I was a bit flat, and I think he'll go down in price as well. So the value that I made from him was really only made in one round, and now it's probably stagnating a little bit. So yeah, that's probably my reason for getting rid of him.
Not bad, Barry.
Yeah.
Who was yours?
Mine was Marcus Lee.
Yeah. Well, I could have had any number of blokes. But I went with Pinder. Yeah.
I'm looking over Hughes' shoulder at his team right now, and it is a little bit deflating.
But before it looked pretty good.
Oh, it looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
It looked unbelievable. But, yeah, unfortunately, it's just shit happens, I guess. So what are you going to do this week then?
Fuck knows.
You're going to have to boost, I reckon.
Nah, bugger that. That's not worked for me either. No, so I could have given it to, I could have gone Pinder, I could have gone Clintman. Gack wasn't too bad.
Gack was good, but it wasn't as hot as you thought. It wasn't a point of difference because fucking a lot of people brought him in.
They were listening to the pod.
Yeah, of course.
Wardenberg was shithouse. McDowell White. Well, poor Will McDowell White.
So did he get injured in the first game?
He got injured in the first game, went up for a rebound and got clogged.
And he already had 19.
Oh, no. So that's his last week's score. He got 8.
Right.
And his break even was 54, so he's going to drop about 40 grand. Oh, no, he only played the one game, so his break even 27. So you're going to drop out 20 grand. Yeah. So I'm going to have some real work to do because I've got some blokes bleeding cash.
Yeah.
But I thought Pinder overall was probably the most disappointing. Clintman clearly was rushed back. Will McDowell White was just unlucky. And then so it was Pinder or Wardenberg. And I thought Pinder probably had a little bit higher of a expectation on him. So hence going with him. Righto. Baz, now I know you're a master at this. And looking at the data all Monday, but we haven't given you time this week. What are you thinking trade-wise?
I'm thinking I kind of got written down. It's pretty hard. Clintman will be out. It will depend how much money I can make there. And I'd probably like to get rid of Wardenberg. So I'll probably go 1 stronger player at the forward, and then I'll probably downgrade Clintman. What that looks like, I don't really know yet. To watch this space. But I'll be doing 2 trades this week. That's all we know for sure.
Clintman will drop to about 213, mate. And Wardenberg will drop to about 235-ish.
Have
Yeah.
New Zealand got a double this week?
Yep.
Cool. Because I'm in a little bit of a sticky spot here at the minute.
There we go.
Because, well, I have got my 2 Brisbane players still, but I want to get rid of Norton because he's not adding much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got Doyle and Doolittle and Lee and Williams that are all singles next week.
Oh, golly, we're going to play Williams.
I'll play Williams, and I reckon I'll have to get rid of Lee and Doyle, as Doyle still holds a bit of value because I've still got Armstrong there as well.
Yeah, so Taz, you've got Adelaide next week, which is a light green matchup across the board.
Yeah, so look, it's not all, the 454 might be overshadowed by maybe a bit of a stale week next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brisbane do have a double this week.
Yeah, I've got Bannon and Wardenberg still, so
Yeah, so they're both doubles.
yeah. So I'm not okay. I have my heart racing there a little bit.
You're not as bad as you thought, but
No.
you probably need to think about the following
Yeah.
week, don't you? So who are you thinking?
Doolittle go
Yep.
and Milton.
Hero to Axed.
Yes. But now I'm looking at it, he might stay for bench points and Lee and Doyle might go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy with that.
Then
Yes.
Doyle will potentially drop a little bit. We'll have a quick look at that if you like. There's a couple of things that I'm tossing up. I think I'll probably get rid of Pinder and McDowell White. Well, I'll have to get rid of McDowell White, but with Perth's run, I think Pinder probably needs to go. There's a few different guys that I'm looking at. One is Tajima Call.
Wait, so he's
Like it.
status.
Yeah, he's guard forward.
That's handy.
Yep. And then I'm tossing up the other ones, Jacob Wiley, because I'm going to need to get some cash from somewhere.
Yep.
I'm looking at Geordie Hunter as well for that round 10.
I really like
Round.
Jordan Hunter.
Yep, so he's only at 226. I'm looking at Magnay as well for his price. But I think I'm probably going to end up going with McCall and Hunter just for that extra points in the round 10.
Yeah.
Where only Sydney and Cairns have got the double.
Yeah, I'm going
think
to
that's-
look at some Sydney blokes this week in preparation for the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah. But we'll see. I should be able to do that, but we'll see. Righto, Baz, I believe you have something that you want to say.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out. It's to one of your mates and mates of mine, Richie's Rockstars, for their 461 that I versed this week, and thought I was in for a good chance, and I lost with my score of 432. And Richie's Rockstars, owned by Richard Chuka, also known as, beat me this week. So just a little shout out to him. I know he's a long time listener, so.
He was the videographer at the wedding.
Yeah.
How we?
Looking forward to the video.
Have you got it yet?
No, he sent us a message last week. We'll get it in the next 10 days. So we'll get it this week, I think.
He's been putting too much effort into
Too
it.
much effort in your super coach.
61. Richie even got me this week.
Good for the pod. The league. What were we ranked last week? 13th.
There we go.
We've lost 7 points.
Come on, Richie.
You can't be doing that. Dairy's the only hope for the Podmasters, and we got blokes in the league beating me. I can't have this.
Well, we had what did you score?
454.
Well, we had a 439, a 448, a 454, a 462, a 446, a 461.
Glover boy.
419. Yeah. Oh, frankly.
How do you feel for Luke Travesty? Luke Travesty had a score of 446 and he lost.
He lost!
What a travesty.
I come third this week. That's got to be an all-time low for me.
You know what?
I'm flat.
Neither of these people captain Lamb.
I am
Franklin
flat
Cassidy.
as a tack right now.
Hughesy,
Right.
you only beat poor Elvis, who scored 283. Captain Pinder
You got to start. You got to start making some moves, buddy.
and the Unstoppables. You beat them by 13.
Bronte's Bandit still got him by 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's just it's look, it is what it is, and if the pod's going well, if the league's going well, everything's going well. It's not all
That's
boom and
right.
gloom views.
Yeah, that's right. We love the pod.
We do love the pod.
We're about the community.
That's right. The Supercoach community, which, mind you, 25,000 people that's quite a lot. How many
But
active do
listen,
you reckon there is still?
10,000 max.
10,000.
With
but of those 10,000,
I'll keep us going. I'll be all eggs on your team, mate. All eggs in your basket.
I'll continue. Oh, thank you.
I reckon of those 10,000, everyone's just thinking about what can I do next year? Like, it's that hard.
No, seriously, I'm already thinking about that because it's yeah. I mean, I'm realistically, I'm ranked 160th as we speak, with the lockout not being lifted yet, and I'm still no chance of going anywhere near the top 10.
Those top two are just dominating.
Far out they are. Radically.
Do they know? We don't know.
And he's still out by 30 points, number one. Like, he's a long way in front.
Yeah, I wonder what he did to his team this week. We looped last week. Looped his captain last week.
So he must be pretty bloody good.
Yeah.
If he's looping.
Yeah. No, Remus looping. Yeah, his team's looking pretty damn good. And I reckon he got kissed with.
He had Shea Elliott this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Spindle Shanks at number 5. That's you, Barry.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Not
Right, we'll leave it there. Next week, we'll get quite a few questions in. We'll firm the trades up, have a look at our ranks, and hope everyone enjoys the FIBA break and enjoys the sunshine a little bit and doesn't sit on Supercoach for too long figuring out your trades. You got plenty of time.
Yep, Hughesy, that's good for you.
Real good for me, mate. I'll be painting my new house.
Right,
Ta-ta.
see you later.